10 leg lifts. Go. All right, now once you're done, prepare for Tosan. And begin. So remember, if you don't know form, you got to do Hurong in its stead. So he couldn't find his pants.
And is his belt with his pants?
So he couldn't find his belt or his pants. And reset. Let me see now. 10 squats, 10 push-ups, 10 jumping jacks, and 10 leg lifts. Go.
Who's country? No.
Make sure your legs are staying together and locked out on those leg lifts. All right, last level 1 form. Wan Yo.
Of course.
Mr. Henry, yes.
What did you say after push-ups? I mean leg lifts.
Did you
What do we
do?
do after leg lifts?
Did you do your squats?
Oh, did you do your squats? Oh, you do that. I did that. Oh, I did do that. Never mind.
Yes, sir. All right, prepare for Wan Yo. And begin. Remember, if you don't know it, Hurong in its place.
Let's see her laughing.
You guys don't have to go back to the prepare. You can just make sure you get in the habit of just, oh yeah, you hit that last move, Wan Yo, sir, and then you can go to relax position. At least for online classes. If I need you to do something else, I'll make sure to tell you before I change something. Miss Charlie, 1 second. Yes, ma'am.
What do you do after Wan Yo?
You gotta be standing at relax position.
Alright.
Alright, and hither to me.
Take those guys.
Friends, Romans, countrymen, lend me your ears. Positive self-motivation, definite commitment. Yay! Positive self-motivation arrives through visualizing your desires while limiting fears. Motivation also comes from focusing on long-term results desired, not your daily disappointments. So, number one, what that means is you got to think about what you want, not what you're afraid of. If I want to be better at drawing, I can't be afraid of not having good drawings. If I want to be better at my forms in tournaments, then I can't be afraid of, I don't want to be thinking about being afraid of messing up my moves or forgetting something. Whatever your goal is, in order to keep that commitment strong, you're focusing on what you want out of it, not what is scary about going after it. The second part, or our second sentence, is talking about, I want to be thinking about the end of my journey when I reach my goal, realizing that it's not going to be my goal there. If any point in the journey was the end of my goal, or was me achieving my goal, then my journey would only be that long. But because I know, for example, like my road to being a black belt, I'm going to have to get my kicks higher, my punches stronger, and things like that. That's a journey. And every time that I stumble a little bit and I fall down, I just get back up. And then when I go some more, I might stumble, and then I get back up. And then I'll go some more, and I'll stumble, and I'll get back up. And I'll do that until I've reached my destination. The destination, what I look like there, what I'll get from that at the end, is going to be more important than the struggles that it will take for me to get there. So like when you guys, learning how to tie your shoe is a very simple example. The end result is me being able to, without my parents' help or my friends' help, when I need to, boom, 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 I tie my shoe. It doesn't matter that I can't do it right away because that's the journey. Their journey is learning to overcome those mistakes. Their journey is learning to get stronger from the failures. It is actually the failures and overcoming them that allow you to reach that end goal when you get there in the first place. Without those failures, your goal would have been done a long time ago. And anything worth going after is going to have stumbles. It's going to have challenges. It's never going to be easy. Nothing gives easy, and easy gives nothing. All right, go ahead and spread back out. We got to jump into level 2 now. So, for my high blue belts and low red belts and red belts, any form that you do not know, you do Hurong in its place. So there will be some lower level forms that you haven't learned yet in level 2, that's fine. You are going to do Hurong instead, so you're going to get a lot of reps with Hurong. My high red belt families, you are doing all of the forms because you should know all of the forms. All right, so first, we've already done Hurong. We're going to jump to the next one in order. Prepare for Yulguk. Yulguk. If you're like, what's Yulguk? Then you're going to prepare for Hurong. Ready and begin. Yulguk is our slow puncher. Our slow puncher, for those of you that just need a little reminder. Remember, those are 3 seconds cadence moves. Well, you guys are past that first part now, but just keep that in mind when you're going through. It's 3 seconds in those beginning moves. All right, lads and lasses. We're jumping to the next form and prepare for Chun Gun. Remember on these first chops, it is a solid hand strike, a solid line, not a platter, a solid chop. We're thinking if my target was here, if they were the same height as me, I'm either blocking their hand technique, or, as you guys can see, it's lined up with my neck. I'm hitting them, small stun move, right on the instep of their neck. All right, so prepare for Chung Gun if you know it. If you don't know it, you're doing wrong. Part 2. Ready and begin. And make sure those stance changes are deliberate. Ten jumping jacks, go. Once you're done, of course. So Kellen, step through into your double elbows. And then your 2 breaks. And then pseudo 1 and pseudo 2. But remember, you're going here and here. There you go. All right, and now my reds. Everybody but my high blue belts should know this form. And that's Tige. Go ahead and prepare for Tige. And begin. Make sure in those knee smashes, it's smash. Set it right next to the other foot and then step out. And reset. All right, this one is mainly for the high reds. Only the high reds probably know this one. Actually, that's not true. My low reds and above, you should know this one, but it was one of the first ones you did, and it was happening at the same time as Yoguk. So it's okay if you don't have it right off the bat, but we're going to go through Kama-2 just because that one's a tricky one to go over. We're going to do hand Kama-2 because nothing changes with the commas or not. The only difference is my hands are open to close. If you guys really want to walk through hand Kama-2 just because you want to, cool beans. If not, then you're just going to do Harang step by step as we do Kama-2 step by step. All right, so remember, it starts with our left. It's left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, till we get to the halfway point. I'm going to be doing it backwards, so it looks like I'm doing left, but it's only a lie. So is the cake. Ready? Your first one. Chop, 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 aya. Ready and go. 1, 2, 3, aya. Now remember on these comma strikes, the blade is on the underside, so I'm pulling it in and pulling it out. I'm not poking and poking. All right, and square block. And top hand. 1, 2. Step forward. 1, 2. And it's a small step. It's not a big step. Now I'm going to do my full step with my back leg. Step forward. 1, 2. 1, 2. Then you chamber. And you're going to do that. Down block. Then we're going to step up. Chop. Remember, the comma needs to go to the neck. And you're pointing your hand like normal. Again, if you imagine your comma in your hand, you'd be doing the same thing. It's just your hands will be closed. So make sure that you're here.
Extend your arm.
All right, from here, you're going to pull up. Snap over. And this would be your right hand. Imaginary flip. Side kick. Back cut. So your right hand, I actually have my hands closed on this one because technically the blade's upside down. So you need to make sure that you're here. And then we're going to step forward, back cut. Imaginary flip. Step forward all the way. Ah-yeah! Remember, because of where the blade is, you actually got to hatch it down. All right, turn around. And pseudo block. Then we step forward, spear. Then we turn around. Our belly buttons should be facing each other again. So you got to turn towards where the camera is. Yes, good job. Okay, then we do our back leg round, our tornado, and our extra spin. All right, from here, I am going to be going this way as if I've turned. You guys need to actually turn your body. I'm just doing it so you can see. All right, so now we're going to turn, and it's going to be right hand now. 1, 2. Step forward, left hand. 1, 2. And then your feet are going to come together, 1 chop. Turn chop. Over the top chop. And then just like Harang, you're going to step through. Eviscerate. X marks the spot. And then you're going to step out to your right. 1, 2. And then you're going to step together. 1, 2. All right, and reset. 10 jumping jacks. Go. All right, y'all. Prepare for comma 2. We're going to be going step by step twice. The first version is going to be us facing opposite. The second version, I'm going to be facing the same way as you. So just remember that when we're doing it this way, when I turn, you guys should be going away from the camera. Okay? Yes, Mr. Landon.
What are we doing?
We're doing Harang. All right, prepare for Harang. Oh my gosh. Mr. Henry, yes?
Question? We can't see you right now. There's some kind of screen that is covering you. What's happening here?
It's my magic aura.
Oh, give me comments.
Try logging out and logging back in.
Working on it.
Okay.
Oh, I see.
Okay. We are going to, I'm going to have you guys do one time while we wait for them to get that adjusted on your own. So go through Harang normally, ready and go. Yes, Mr.
No.
What?
What, Henry?
You're on.
Oh. Oh. What in the world?
Once you're done, you can go to relax. And then for my visually impaired, we might have to use the power of sound and the use of voice to walk you through that which you cannot see but can hear. Alright, prepare for Harang. Alright, now for those of you who can see me, I'm still going to do it step by step with you. For those of you who cannot, for some reason, I'm still going to be naming all the moves as we go through. Alright, so we're going to aim. Step out with that palm strike. Remember, it's not across the chest. You're not doing a parry. It's going down the center. It's a literal palm strike. And palm strike, ready to go. Yeah! And your two punches. Then your square block. That top hand comes down in hammer fist, not a chop because it doesn't open. Hammer fist, aim, punch. Then we pull back and up, and we do our 3-second overhand press. 1, 2, 3. Close your fist, step forward, and punch. From here, your right leg is going to make you turn towards me, towards the camera, and down block. Then you're going to aim that hand, step forward, and punch. Then you grab. Pull your leg up. Set. And you're going to do that side kick, land, chop. Ready and go. Then you're going to do your first punch, 1. And your second punch, 2. Ayah! Your back leg is going to swing around as we go into our pseudo block. Then we're going to step forward and spear. Then you guys are going to, we're both going to we're both going to turn towards our camera as we turn around pseudo block. Back leg round kick 1. Back leg round kick 2. Land pseudo. All right, here's the part where I'm going to turn myself just so if you guys need to look, you can see. From there, you're going to turn half an angle, a 90, to the back, and you're going to do that down block. Aim it. Cross body punch. And then you're going to step forward, cross body punch. Step forward, cross body punch. When you end, your left leg should be the one in front with your right hand punching. Your left leg shifts back over, front stance, low X block.
We've got a strong front stance, Charlie.
All right, and then you guys are going to step through your double elbow.
Front stance there.
In that back stance. So now you should be doing a back stance towards your camera, but you're elbowing away from it. Then your left leg swings behind you, 2 breaks. And now I'm going to be with you guys again. Then we're going to step out first pseudo. And then second pseudo. And reset. Alright, I need you guys to huddle up in here, please, and thank you. Alright, we have 2 things to cover for our Trust Your Intuition. 1, everybody say setting a boundary. So a boundary is your force field. It's your danger zone. That's where you know, or where it is okay or acceptable for somebody to come into your space. If I have a big boundary, I have good awareness. It means that, say for example, that wave master over there, if it starts making its way towards me, if I don't notice it until it's where this wave master is right here, and I go, oh my gosh, it's too late. It's already upon me. I don't have any time to react. It's like following somebody too close when you're driving. If they suddenly hit their brakes, you're going to run into them. But if that wave master over there, I'm aware of it from the very beginning, and it gives me that weird feeling that we talked about, and it starts making its way towards me, and I notice it, I can go, ooh, I think it's time for me to go. And I can get out of there. I've got my boundary awareness up so that I keep myself and those around me safe. The second, good touch, bad touch, no secrets. First and foremost, if you don't feel comfortable with whatever is going on, you do not have to let it happen. It is okay for you to say, hey, I'm not really feeling that right now. For example, all of these first ones, fist bump, explosion, high five, pat on the back, hug from your siblings or your parents, those are all fine so long as you are comfortable in that moment for that to happen. Maybe if you're having like a bad day, for example, you really don't feel like being hugged or anything like that, you can go, hey, I don't really want that. This is especially important if somebody tries to put their hands on you somewhere where your bathing suit covers, or in general, anywhere. If somebody tries to touch you and you've got that feeling like this is wrong, I don't want this, you've got to let that person know that it's not okay. Hey, no, I'm not feeling it right now. If you find yourself in a situation like this, these kinds of people, these bad people, tend to try to have you keep secrets. Hey, we're going to keep this between me and you. It is okay in this situation, in very rare situations like this, where you can look that person in the eye and go, okay, I'm not going to tell anybody. And then as soon as they're away from you and as soon as you feel safe, you're going to tell whoever you think is going to be able to help you. Okay? So again, high five, fist bump, explosion, tap on the back, hug from your parents, your siblings. Those are all fine so long as you want them to be, so long as you're comfortable in that moment. It doesn't matter, however, anywhere that somebody touches you, especially where your bathing suit's covering. If you're not okay with it, it's not okay. You've got to let somebody know. Spread back out. Ready and go. All right, we are going to put your harang to the test. We're going to skip over the second version of our walkthrough where I'm turning the same way as you, and we're going to test your pattern. So the first version is going to test your stances, and that's jump romp. So you guys are going to prepare. All of your moves that happen in one stance have to be done in the air in one stance. So that means that palm punch punch, for example, I have to jump. I've got to land all 3 before I get there. Then I hit here. But then this whole series has to happen before I go. So I'm here, 1, 2, 3. So you're going to go all the way through jump wrong. Any move that happens in one stance or any series of moves has to be done in the air. Ready? Prepare for jump wrong. And begin.
Good job, pull out, Russ. Nice job, Prince. Ooh, nice turn, Kellen. Good job.
When you get to those round kicks, that means they're going to be both jump back leg round kicks.
Landon, what's your question, buddy?
Oh, why don't you go bathroom?
You don't have to ask me to go to the bathroom in your own head, in your own house, buddy. Just go and then get back quickly.
All right, and reset. All right, this second version is not going to test the details. It's going to test your knowledge of the pattern and your ability to handle it under stress. So I'm going to give you a time limit. I'm going to say 20 seconds. And you have 20 seconds from when I say go to when I say time to get through all of Hurong as fast as you can without missing any moves. Meaning that I'll be set here and I'll go 1, 2, hit, step, kick, chop, punch, punch, pseudo, spear, pseudo, kick, land, over, 1, 2, 3, 4, pseudo, and you got to do it in 20 seconds. So it's not about making it look good. It's showing me that in that rush, you still know all your moves under the pressure. You still know the pattern at the very least when you're being rushed and you're stressed. Right? Prepare for speed ROM. 20 seconds. I think you can do it. Ready and go. 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Very nice. My Crane family, I think you guys might have finished first. Reset. All right, I'm gonna offer up two versions. One is a challenge for any of you who seek to accept the challenge. The other is just going to be a intermediate version. So the intermediate version is now going to be focusing on the details. So you're going to start Hurong, and you have a high emphasis on making sure that you hit all of those small movements as best you can. So when you're going slow, that means you can't miss a single chamber, a single look, any of that, because you're going so slow that all of them should be there. My challenge for my high red belts or anybody who thinks they have it is reverse. Reverse Hurong, which means that you guys start at the end and you have to go back, meaning I go pseudo block, up, pseudo block, back to my brakes, back to my elbow, back to my X, and then I step back in through my punches. I step back into my down block. I move back over and I do my whole form backwards. So that's the challenge for anybody that wants it. You have a minute to do both. So you're not going super slow motion. It's like a medium slow. So it's either backwards or slow. Prepare for one of those of Hurong. And begin.
Let's see. Who's going to do it?
So for those of you trying to go backwards, remember you have to think end of move and then chamber instead of chamber and then the move. I'll give you 30 more seconds. So if you're at, yeah, there you go. I was going to say, if you're at your first pseudo, then you got to remember you came from punches, and then you got to do your chop back into your side kick, back into your pull back, stepping out back into this punch, back into the reverse of your outside, and then your long punch into these, and time. All right, good job, guys. Couple of things. Remember, when your class officially starts on the start time because we're online. So it goes all the way through. So when you guys log on, you can either just turn off your video or you can leave your video on. Just make sure that you're warming up. And if you log on, we might have to move you out if there's a lot of people from the last class and you start to pile up. But if not, we'll probably just keep you there. But remember, your class starts at exactly when it starts. So when you log on, don't join in unless you really want to do whatever is going on in the end of the class. You should be warming yourselves up in that 15 minutes. Okay. Second, if you guys need some step-by-step for Hwarang, the entire form step-by-step is on the YouTube channel now. Remember, it's YouTube, and then you search Mile High Karate, and then you go to the playlist, Level 2 Forms and Combinations. Hwarang full form step-by-step is what it's called, and the whole thing is up all the way through. So if you need any help, testing is next week. I will let you guys know, or we will email you out how the testing will work once we have it all set out. Otherwise, that's it. Hands on your back. And Black Belt Creed. As a dedicated student of the martial arts, I live my life by the principles of Black Belt. Modesty, courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, and indomitable spirit. Latin proposition, sir. Mile High Karate is the best. Asa. Yes. Mr. Himzo.
Blue paper, when is it due?
It should be due this Thursday.
Anything else?
Your gray stripe papers as well.
Intent to promote, is that the one?
Intent to remote, if you can, with the intent to remote, if you can get the grades printed off, or you can have the teachers email the grades to you, then just email in the intent to promote font filled out with the emailed section of the kids' grades.
I don't know if they can do that.
If they can't, it's no big deal. It's a weird time. As long as you guys have that intent to promote first section filled out, that's fine.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome, sir. Landon. Leadership, you guys should be grabbing your nunchaku. Hopefully I said that. I said it in my head. If you can't mind read, then you're not ready for level 3, my high red belt. Mr. Landon.
Mr. Button.
Yes, sir.
What's the first start on
They're due this Thursday. Okay.
I'm so close, so close. Get it, come on. There you go. Oh yeah. I'm so close. Get it, yeah. Come on, Cat. Warm up those skills, lady. Oh, there you go. Good job. Now bring it back. Oh, you gotta go towards the back of your hand. There you go. Good job. Come on, Henry. Start warming up, dude. Just don't whack your dog.
Okay. We are going to go through the main skills. I started showing you some advanced stuff. Yes, Miss Cat.
Hold on. And go.
Barely hear you.
What?
I can barely hear you.
What?
I can barely hear you.
Oh,
What?
why'd you say it so many times, Cat?
I can barely hear you.
Okay, yes, ma'am. All right, so remember these, technically speaking, you guys would have been doing sparring. So if you have some of these advanced skills down, cool beans. If you don't, it's no big deal. These are more for when you guys get into level 3. Anyways, you just have a jump start since you can't spar at home, especially without black belt supervision. Not that you couldn't spar, you just shouldn't without one of us being there. So what I need you guys to do to warm up so we can continue on is your over the hand and back. Over the hand and back.
Roll it over your hand, Mr. Henry. I know if you're having a hard time, so you're gonna do the rolls. There you go, just like Mom showed you.
Your goal is to get 10 in a row. 10 in a row, forward and back. Once you have 10, just go to relaxed position. If you don't make it to 10 in time, that's fine. We're gonna have to move on anyways.
Let's see, Morty. Start working on your skills.
And again, for some of you guys, if you have longer chains or longer rope, so for example, mine is only technically 1 link plus the links that are connecting it, but I'm not counting those. So when I roll, mine will go right to my hand position. If you have 3 or more links, then you guys want to start here and then roll that way so that you catch it on the actual nunchuck. Otherwise, if you start way at the top, it'll like try to wrap itself around your hand. You'll catch it weird. So if you've got a long link, that just means you have to go a little bit lower on your grip and go around that way.
Oh yeah, over the shoulder, Morgan. Good job. You want to rotate that the other way, Mr. Cullen. So when you're at reverse grip, you want to make sure it goes over the back of your hand.
Sawyer, what do you need? 1 second. Never mind. Okay. And time. All right, now you all need to do your bridge rolls. Your bridge, so that is low. You bring it across and around. And then you bring it back. Across and around and back. It's essentially the same thing as this, except you're doing it horizontal. My hand has to stick out a little bit, so as it rolls, it'll go here, and I'll grab right there. So start on one end, and then first work just being able to catch it in the middle, and then bring it back. Catch it in the middle. Once you have that, then go all the way to the side. Once you have all the way to the side, bring it back this way. Just remember, you want to remember like you're doing a down block with an open hand. So as I go out, I do my down block. It should go around my hand, and then I close my down block. Open down block, close it. Make sure your palm's not up either. You want your palm down.
Miss Morgan, we're not going to go behind the back though, so keep your nunchuck in front. There you go. Go side to side, Morgan. Go side to side, dear. There you go. Get that down. And when you're ready to bring it back, see if you can get it across over the back of your hand. Miss Hatch, you want to help your sister? It's a little advanced, but I know she can do it. She's a Hatch.
Mr. C, can you go turn that other iPad on and join in? Because I'm going to have to separate secondaries out. All right, and time. All right, so again, if you do not have the first skills, you don't have to worry about doing this next skill set. You only need to worry about the next move once you can do the first one. So what you guys are going to work on now is we have two different movements that we're going to combine together. We have our first spins, and we have our hand rotations, and we're going to try and connect them. Or not try, we're going to make attempts. So that looks like this. I rotate, and I go from each side to each side as I switch it over my hand. So from the side view, I'm here, I'm going over my hand, and I'm rolling it like that. Also dodging your foot. So what I need you guys to do, the two steps. You're going to pull your arm in. As you roll it in this way, like you're putting your seatbelt on, you're going to flip it over your hand. And you should have it upside down. Get that 5 times. Once you have that, just so that I'm covering all the spots for all the levels that you guys advance, once you have that part, then you're going to go the other side, and you're going to put your neighbor's seatbelt on, and then you're going to go back over your hand. So seatbelt on, around, neighbor's seatbelt, around. Once you have those two, then you'll intertwine them, and it'll be seatbelt, 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 seatbelt. Ready and go. For those of you, I see some of you guys have already got it down. Your next level is your stairway. You'd start here, and you go up the stairs. So the steps are low in the front, and then you see I've got this rotation here. I'm going to follow that through around above my head. So the whole thing through is here, around and up. Once you have that, you can come back around and down. All the way up.
1 second, Sawyer.
All the way back down. Yes, Mr. Sawyer.
My computer's about to die, so how long is this going to go on?
Just keep going till you can go no longer. So
Okay.
if your computer dies, well then, wah, 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 wah.
Okay.
Or you could just plug it in.
I'm in my room, and I don't have my charger.
Oh well.
Alright, and time. Alright, those are some advanced skills you guys have. Work on them. And we'll see you Wednesday and Thursday. Kind attention. About courtesy. Au revoir.
Bye guys. Have a good night.